Hello, welcome to my for sale ad on this 1966 Ford Country Squire. I'm going to walk you around on this vehicle so you can see how it looks on the outside as well as the inside. I'll try to get some under the body pictures so you can kind of see the frame, what things look like in a video versus a picture. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm not going to review all the details about this because there's a write-up I've done on this vehicle, but in short, 1966 Ford Country Squire. This is a original black on black 6-passenger, not 10-passenger, no roof rack station wagon with 158,493 miles. This car has what I would call patina. This is not a museum piece. It has been used, and my impression of this is this vehicle was driven from new until maybe sometime in the early 70s, and then it was parked, either a barn or a garage, and it wasn't driven again or even touched or thought about until sometime, I believe 2010, I heard this popped up on a registry website. So as you can see, it still has the original lacquer paint, and if you were to take a buffer to this, you could probably bring back some of the shine. It is in really nice shape. Unfortunately, there's some dirt on it from being parked recently, but it is in great shape. One of the big highlights is this actually has a new car light windshield that was installed sometime, gosh, back in 2016, I believe. And it does have the correct looking logo on it. Fortunately, I don't know how I'm going to be able to show the data that's on that. But nonetheless, this is the car. Maybe the camera will show. It's going to be a number of hail dents across the hood. But across the roof, I don't even recall there being much of any on the roof. I'm sure there's going to be one or two. I can see one there. The roof doesn't appear to be littered like the hood was, so maybe this was sticking out of somewhere. It's really hard to say. So horizontal surfaces wise, I mean, this is a vehicle that started life and I believe lived in North Dakota. You do not have any big patches of rust as I've seen on this. This is just where the paint's come off, and it's I like to think of them as rusticles. But as you can see, this is a pretty much original car, especially the nose, the 4 doors, and the driver quarter. The passenger rear quarter has been, somebody has worked on it before. So let's start from the front corner here and work our way back. And I'll stop so you can easily see what is being worked with here, but there's no rot or anything around these edges here. It's in really good shape. Apparently there's even a little pebble or something. Looks like a tooth. Anyways, so you can see down the edge here, rockers are nice, no holes, nothing. Nice rockers. Looking at the door, you can see they put stainless trim all around the perimeter of the door opening. Tops of the doors, just the rubber is perished, and you can buy these seals new if you want. You can see you have the screws along the edge here for holding in the vent. You can see these super heavy duty cast door hinges, which could probably be used for a bank vault if you needed. These are very heavy duty and they do not wear out. This is your door open switch sill plate, nice pillar, nice. You can see some of the remnants of the old wood when it used to be on here. You can kind of see it where it wrapped around. You can see the door itself here is in great shape. And so is the rocker. Except here. This is where it unfortunately has left the building. You can see, again, nice clean door bottoms. No rust, it's just the paint's coming off. Same along the top. Nice and clean. Looks like this was folded over for years. It should be standing up, not down. Looking down the sides again. Nice, clean, good to work with. Nice basis. Like I mentioned, fortunately this edge here is gone. The rest of this lip is in pretty decent shape. Looks like you have maybe a pinhole there. I'm not sure what that is. Is it a spot weld? You can even see this is a splash shield in here that appears to be for the back area to shield the gas tank. But along here, it's even, this quarter's in pretty good shape on this section here, except right here, it looks like that is starting to blow out a bit there. It seems pretty solid, just this outer skin here. You can also see the gas tank as well. Moving around the corner, again along the tops here, which I just neglected to show. It's in nice shape. Gas door, nice shape. Not falling off, not rusted. No holes in here. Got the drain. The gator, still there. See along the top, the stainless in here. It's in nice shape. There's one little ding right there. Not sure if that's by design or if that's for something else. But again, nice shape. The air ducts to direct the air to the back glass. Nice shape. Stainless. All here, there's of course some small dings and dents. You can see from another angle in the roof here. It's in pretty good shape. Still have the Carlite logo on the back glass. There are unfortunately a few scratches in it from this dew wipe, which is failing. And this stainless, it does have some marks on it, as you can see. This is not brand new. All the little fillers and stuff are present, so this isn't going to be difficult to find. Tailgate. Tailgate's in beautiful shape. Even under the lip. Very good condition. Very good shape. I will say over here in this quarter, this one's not so hot over here. I don't know how this is designed, if it's water that's coming in from a seal here and gets by, I don't know. It does appear that unfortunately this is not super great. I know it was on my list to maybe fix. That's what happens with old used cars. This filler panel, I replaced. I was fortunate enough to source one that somebody had for sale on eBay. And fortunately, the prior one, as you can see, this has a ball on it. I think somebody overshot and banged into it a few times, not watching where they're going, and I found one that was not dinged up. So that has been replaced. I do have the original one. This does have a few imperfections in it. but this is far nicer shape than the prior one. And this bumper really, for something from this age and mileage, this thing's in really, really good shape. It's not bent up, it's not beat up. It's in really nice shape. So you can see, there's of course going to be wear marks on it. It is not perfect, but you can still have all the Fomoco lenses, etc. And this is a Fomoco accessory hitch. This has had a 2-inch ball put on it. The original ball is in the, I believe, in the back quarter here. So you can see that. We'll continue around the corner. You can see down the sides, nice and straight. Stainless is in good shape. There are going to be some dings along the side from whatever, whether it's hail or just usage. I don't see any along the top, just light little pings in the bright work. This is the quarter I was talking about earlier that had been worked upon. This is different gauge of steel, and looks like it's due for another replacement here. Not great, but it's holding in the spare as well under here. And these are common rust spots, because that's where all the unfortunate dirt and salt get kicked up from the tire. So if you were so inclined, you might want to consider doing something like that, but otherwise it's in good shape. There's a few marks here from the chrome wearing off. The blast of the road always catches this corner here. You can see here, but the lip itself, it's that same dimple in it. I wonder if that's for alignment. Everything else in here feels pretty good. Some starting there, and just like it does on the other side. But looking down, as you can see, there's no holes in the rockers, none. Zero. Doors, nice and clean along the top, down the sides. Rockers inside, nice. Just a skosh of a little bit of stuff going on in here in terms of just the paint wearing off, really. You can see some of the door weather stripping is gone. You can see some of the original wood grain. More of these heavy duty hinges. You can see along this door bottom as well. It's in really nice shape. Really, really nice shape. Outside door skin, however, has the typical Galaxy problem where it's unfortunately blowing out here. We'll take a look here at this door. Nice and clean along the top. Down into the cavity. Very nice heavy duty hinges. Rockers continue to look beautiful. So you can see nothing under here. Absolutely nothing. Door bottom, very nice shape. Just where the seam sealer and the paint are just flaking off from time and age. So it's all in good shape. See along the bottom of the fender here, it's also in great shape. Still have the badging. Nice 1960s Ford build quality. Just kind of slap it together. Fender itself, nice shape. Nice shape. You can see one of the braces there is almost left the chat, just a bit left. But the bottom of the fender is nice. And the front bumper does have a bend in it up front. Right here. Looks like somebody bumped into something, but it is in pretty good shape for this age. matches the rest of the car in terms of condition. And looking underneath, you can see here, this is not some rusty piece of junk. This is a nice shape. 390 cubic inch, 2-barrel carburetor, factory air conditioning car, power brakes, single master cylinder, power steering. Pretty decently nice to have options in here. Radiator still the copper one, has an overflow jug. You still have your washer fluid tank or bag. The write-up has a bunch of information about what's been changed on it. But as you can see, this isn't not rotted out firewall by any means. It has the original undercoating on it that was sprayed in Chicago. You can see some of the wiring and where it goes. No bent hood hinges by any means. Have your little cooler here, air conditioning condenser, dryer. It's a nice original car. Still have the 2 horns. I added these deer horns just in case, but they're out of sight at least. And that's the car. So there's the exterior. We'll do just a quick check so you can kind of see underneath on video how it looks on the frame. I think the pictures speak for themselves. The floor pans, I do have the grommets coming for the floor pans where the seats were mounted. Those are in the mail, just waiting for their arrival. You can see the box section here. Nice shape. Nice shape. Fortunately, right after the new exhaust system was put on, something fell out of a vehicle in front of me. The muffler made contact with it, so not much you can do. But there's no leaks, so that's good at least. Hopefully this is helping on looking at some of what you're going to be seeing in this vehicle underneath. And hopefully I'm not moving too quickly here. It's certainly not a dry engine underneath, but it's far from junk. Far from junk. No broken frame. I even forgot to highlight that. The typical spot where these frames usually break. You'll notice here, nothing to worry about here. Frame is beautiful. So hopefully that showed you how this vehicle looks from the frame, the body, underbody. If you have a runability video to watch, has a new carpet inside, like new seats I managed to acquire out of a rotted out old 66 Galaxy, which luckily was stored in somebody's barn for years. Beautiful seats. Dash is in really good shape for its age, just the typical cracking. Still have all your lights and bezels, including the factory air conditioning, AM radio, day-night mirror, remote mirror, still works. Switch here, aftermarket gauges with coolant, oil, volts, parking brake, and I will fix that grommet. I completely forgot about that. Same back here, all in nice shape. Seat belts work. Everything's bolted and mounted in properly. And same in the rear. To pick up where I left off earlier. You can see in here, I have a nice headliner. It's just a touch of damage right over there in the corner. Otherwise, I think there's just a tiniest little mark right about there. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Literally nothing. That is not rodent damage. There is no rodent damage in here. You can see, got a lens in place, found one NOS. This is a really, really nice interior for something from 1966. I did replace these carpets here. Not 100% satisfied with the fit and finish of it, but it is a lot more acceptable than what was in here. It was, fortunately, the old carpet was pretty much worn out. Besides the fact it was shredding, lost its coloring, among many other features. So let me get the keys and I'll demonstrate the function of the tailgate here, the magic gate, and I think that'll be about it. Again, I have both sets of these keys not on me currently, so see the window rolls down without a problem. Hinge is a bit worn, not bad at all though. As this is a 6-passenger model, that means there are no rear seats in here. Purely, this is old steel, so you need to make sure you've had a decent amount of muscle in your arms to pick those up. But nice deep well for storage here, so there's nothing wrong there. Handle here. You have your spare tire hook there. There's nothing over there in terms of removal or storage. As you can see, there is a handle there. And if you pull the handle, you now have yourself a tailgate. So pretty cool. And it all still works. And the panels do have wear marks in it. But there's nothing, I wouldn't call it destroyed. These are coated in vinyl, so you could technically get that redone if you really wanted it to be pristine. I certainly did not, as can't beat original, especially with the stitch lines. This is all really cool, really neat to see. You have your filler panels on the sides. It is all in really, really good shape. I forgot to demonstrate earlier while I was over here. This also has the emergency flasher. As you can see, they're working. Not a problem. If you wanted to also see, the blower motor works as well. So there you go. I think that's pretty much the highlight on this 66 Country Squire. I think you've seen pretty much all there is to see on this car. Certainly can fire it up once more time so you can see it at idle. We'll do that, and I think we'll close the video out. I was just driving this about 10 minutes one way and 10 minutes back. So the engine should be fairly much warmed up. As you can see, as the temperature tends to increase and things heat up, the oil pressure tends to drop. See, it's got a little bit of a quiver. It's an old tired engine. That should be a no surprise. Like I mentioned earlier, the oil light does come on once the vehicle is warmed up, because this thing is a tired, worn out motor. It's really smooth. Really runs well for something that old. Anyways, I completely forgot to demonstrate that. You can hear that the AM still works. You can see that still works. Fortunately, it's not going to demonstrate here while I need help, but I don't have that with me. Wipers. See, the wipers work fine. And the wash function, as you can see, turns it on. Turn that off. Turn that off. Blades are completely functional. Switch here for the rear window. Window goes up. See, that works fine too. So, visors, headliners again, beautiful shape. This nice original, old original car. Not sure there's a whole lot else to show. Lights work. Turn that on. You can see the dimmer right under 60, turns on and off. And here's the engine at hot idle.